Are we rolling?
Speed.
All right. I've got my Skype box in the little box, so it doesn't show me whether it's recording or not because I'm watching the Penguins Canadians game. But anyway,
it's recorded.
Anyway, how's it going, you fat fucks? Welcome to a brand new edition of the F.A.T podcast. We've been on a little bit of a break as of late, but that's mostly my fault.
It's been pretty much almost exactly a month.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
I've lost all track of time, so
I think we recorded the last episode at the end of June or maybe the first day of July.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. Hot start. So now, ever since I don't know what happened. I guess it's the old age kicking in. But literally, like the day after my birthday, I woke up and I'm like, man, I can't believe it's only like the 19th. So, yeah, so I went back like 8 days. I was just like, geez. So.
Well, for the longest time, I thought it was like only like the 10th. And then it kind of occurred to me that was already the end of July. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a weird 2019 this is, huh?
Seriously. Canadians on a breakaway, and they get stopped. Delayed penalty, though.
Are you recording on your laptop or your phone or what?
I'm recording on my laptop.
And you're watching hockey on your phone?
No, I'm watching hockey on my laptop, too.
Oh.
Yeah, so multitasking with one device. So.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
That's such a rare gift, you know?
Yeah. Like I've got like 3/4 of my screen is the hockey game, and then you guys are in a little square in the top right corner. Oh, they called a penalty shot in overtime. Here we go.
A little square in the corner. What a summary of my life.
Oh, he rolled off the back of his stick.
What a dummy.
What a dumbass.
I hate amateurs.
I hate this series right now because I hate the Penguins and I hate the Canadians. So it's like I don't know who to hate more. I kind of want to hate the Canadians more.
Just so they don't get Lafreniere.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't want Pittsburgh to win because I don't like Sidney Crosby.
But you've been missing hockey for so long that any game that comes on, you're going to watch.
Yeah, it's true. I've watched every game today.
Quite a conundrum you are in, sir.
I only watched the end of what game was it? It was during the daytime. I can't remember what game it was, but what was it?
Blackhawks Oilers.
No, it was a closer game. Like I think Carolina and was it New York?
Yeah, the Rangers.
Yeah, it was the end of that game.
Yeah.
So that's why.
If you guys haven't heard, hockey's back. Today was opening day for the Stanley Cup qualifiers. So it's kind of like my belated birthday present. I mean, I've been happy that baseball's been back, and I've watched every single Angels and Cubs game up until today. But today I'm like, this is my day. Yeah. So I didn't get to do my traditional call out on July 1st for free agency because there wasn't any this year. So this is kind of like my hockey day right here. They did
I'm about to say we were going to record last week, and I was going to say let's do predictions, but now that some of the playing series have already started, it's kind of unfair to do predictions.
We'll do predictions when the actual playoffs start.
Yeah.
When the actual Stanley Cup playoffs start.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because I mean, if it's any indication how these qualifiers are going to go, and the teams play the way that they did, then some of these series aren't going to be close. Like the the Chicago Edmonton game today.
Yeah, I know. They were up 6-2 at one point. And I was like, holy crap, what? Because you texted the group saying about the Oilers forgetting that they have to actually win to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, are they seriously losing to the Blackhawks?
Yeah.
I know the Blackhawks spanked the Blues the other day during the preseason or whatever the fuck it was called.
The exhibition game.
The exhibition game, but like I was thinking, maybe the Blues were only half-assing it, but no, it looks like Chicago is actually pretty good now.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, they're the youngest team that's competing for the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
You know, given they do have some season behind them with like their veterans and everything like that. I mean, who knows? Maybe the rest hurt Edmonton more than it helped them. I mean, in all actuality, they have the home ice advantage through all of this because they're playing in Edmonton. None of these guys had to stay in a hotel for all that long.
Yeah.
You know, so their bubble was a little bit different than all the other Western Conference teams that are there. So the same goes for Toronto. I mean, Toronto really has the home ice advantage the entire time they're there.
Yeah.
So, except for the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't know if they're going to do the Stanley Cup Finals at one of the hub cities. I heard that Vegas was an option, but I'm not 100% sure. I hope they don't do it in Vegas because I can only imagine the ice conditions there in I'm guessing September would be terrible.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's been getting super hot in Southern California finally, so I can't imagine what Vegas feels like.
Well, it's only going to last here for really the last 2 days, today, and then I think a little bit tomorrow. It's supposed to cool back down pretty significantly this upcoming week. So, like today, it's easily 10 degrees hotter where you live, but where we live, it was 96 yesterday. It was 91 today. It's supposed to be about 86 tomorrow. So
it was already about 99 degrees at like 7:30 this morning.
Oh,
in the
Jesus
IE.
Christ.
Yeah, it was brutal. Weirdly though, like the sun wasn't completely out, and there was still like a lot of shade, so I was still able to walk the dog. So, but I was like, God damn, it's way too. This is like, I had a theory that, like, if they wanted to do like a hub city, they could have done it in like Southern California.
Yeah.
And just split it up between Ontario, Long Beach, Los Angeles, and Anaheim.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, probably not a good idea that they did it in Edmonton, because while it's hot for Canadians, probably it wouldn't be hot for us. So
yeah. Well, when I was watching the I believe it was the Carolina or New York game earlier, they were commenting on the weather in Toronto. I guess the last couple days there, it was up in the high 90s, 100-degree area.
Yeah.
So, they're having the same weather as we are here, basically. But today it was like 80 degrees. So,
nice.
Yeah. But
they should probably host the games at that one place where you and I went to go see college hockey.
Oh, the KHS Ice Arena or something like that in Anaheim.
Holy fuck! Dude, I would imagine even in the summertime that shit would be cold as fuck.
Oh, I could imagine, dude.
I say that if for some reason like the ice ever malfunctions, like at some point like during this playoff, they should just do it a roller hockey.
That'd be sweet.
Game. That'd be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Dude, let's bring back pro beach hockey, man. Remember that?
I remember pro beach hockey. I remember the ramps that they had behind the nets.
Dude, on ESPN2.
Yeah. I remember a lot of former Anaheim Bullfrogs who were our roller hockey international team.
Yeah.
A bunch of former Bullfrogs, once they retired from hockey, they went to the Pro Beach League just for fun. Guys like Mike Butters and Joe Sacco, and there's a couple other guys on there.
Yeah.
So. Fucking good times, man.
Yeah.
I remember when the Bullfrogs would outdraw the Ducks.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
that was pretty nuts. Like they weren't really like it wasn't a huge crowd, but like they'd get a pretty good smattering in the bowl.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I remember the first the first 2 seasons, the lower bowl would be completely full.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't sell any upper level tickets until they sold out the lower bowl.
Yeah.
But by the time you got to the arena to get to the ticket booth, all they had was the upper deck. So, because that's the only place we ever sat when we went to Bullfrog games was up in the upper part of the arena.
Yeah.
So, but they used to sell out those games, man. Those were fun. I miss those times.
That's the only time Unc liked hockey.
Yeah, really.
I think he took us to like a couple Ducks games, but like hockey was never really something that he enjoyed. But for some reason, he really enjoyed roller hockey.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
It is a little bit of a different game. Like the way that the NHL's played now is kind of how those roller hockey international games were, because what I liked about roller hockey internationals, they didn't have the blue lines. They only used the red line. So the red line was your offside line.
Yeah.
So the game moved a little bit faster, and it was a little bit more wide open.
I remember after that league dissolved, they tried to bring it back, and they had like a bunch of it was like centered in like at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never went to any of those games. But
I didn't either. Yeah, well, because even though RHI shut down, the Bullfrogs joined another league and they were still playing at the Honda Center, but they were drawing nothing near what they were like the first couple of years of their existence.
Yep, the kings of the pond.
Yep, they will forever be the kings of the pond.
Yep. Well, I mean, the pond doesn't exist anymore. So.
Yeah, the Honda Center. Excuse me.
Which, whether you like the Ducks or not, you have to agree the Ducks don't play at the Honda Center. They play at the fucking pond.
I still call it the pond. I hate calling it the Honda Center.
I call it the Honda Center.
Yeah.
The pond, yeah.
That's actually kind of worse, Dave. Stop. Don't do that. That's kind of worse. Don't do that anymore. I'm just kidding. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. I have no control over you. No, but I don't know. It's just because, I used to go to the pond back in the day. Saw wrestling at the pond, and I know it's Honda Center. When I drive by it, I see the big ass fucking lettering, but I just say, hey Jeremy, we're gonna go to the pond to see this, Stars play the Ducks. I just can't. Oh, it's the Honda Center. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. We're old. We don't like letting go to the past. I guess
the children. It's the children that are wrong. It's not us.
But so you've been thoroughly enjoying hockey today, Bubba?
Yes, I have. It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
So, I didn't think I would be able to enjoy it as much as I thought I would. I tried really hard to watch the NBA playoffs last night, or the regular season, whatever they're doing now. And I mean, they had good games on the last few nights. Like they had the Lakers and Clippers, they had the Celtics and Bucks last night. And I really kind of found myself not as interested as I was when the regular season was going on. So,
really,
yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. But I've had no problem with baseball, and still no problem with NASCAR, and I've had no problem with hockey at all. So, I think with me, for me, I think with basketball, it's not so much about the game as it is the social justice stuff, which is fine. I mean, that's what the NBA wants to do. That's what they're going to do. But, I want to watch sports just to kind of get away from a lot of that stuff right now. And with basketball, that doesn't kind of afford that. And that's fine. I mean, that's what the NBA wants to do. But, it's just taking the focus away from the actual game. I mean, my Celtics are a good team this year, and I want to watch my Celtics without having to be reminded every 5 seconds that there's racism going on,
Well, I mean, that was one of the big, controversies.
Yeah.
About some players not wanting to come and play. So, I mean, it was either I think people. I don't understand why it bothers people. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why that stuff would bother anybody. I mean, if you like basketball, the basketball is still good. I watched the end of the Clippers and Lakers game, and I was pretty entertained.
Yeah, LeBron pushed off, by the way. He shouldn't have counted. Well, no, the basketball is still great, but it's even just the commentary, the commercials.
Oh, yeah.
It's plastered in your face right at center court. It's like, okay, we get it. I understand, and that's fine. It's all, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And it's actually, no, Montreal scored to win. Damn it. Yes. Wait, no. Oh well.
Maybe.
Maybe, kind of.
No, but Dave, I'm kind of on the same page with Bubs. Is this like, it's been such a long time since sports, we were able to watch sports. Everything that's going on is very important. It is very important. We need to be educated. We need to know what's going on. But it's like when sports came back, it was like, okay, great. We can kind of get away from it for just a little bit, not focus on it. Because if it's constantly on your mind, it just drains you, man. You just think about it. And, a lot of us, presently included, this is something that we will never understand. It's something that we will never understand, and we can educate and do our part and be supportive, but we'll never truly get it. It's a struggle. And on that side of the coin, you got to get it out there. But it's just like, I just want to step aside. I want to watch basketball. I'm for the cause. I believe in it. I think it's very important. But like, for like 2 hours, I just want to watch, some hoops. I just want to, kind of forget about it, because any topic that stays with you for too long will just fucking wipe you out. It drains you. Absolutely. And this is a very heavy topic. This is very emotionally draining. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to, you get into one aspect and you can really get lost. So, if basketball is kind of the heavier side of that, like I could see a lot of people kind of being turned off. And it's not the sport. People love basketball. It's just like, it seems like every other minute or something, they're focusing on, something other than basketball, when it should be about basketball,
Yeah. And like you say, Crispy, it is important. It's very, very important, but you got to kind of take a break from it. I mean, I'm sure the guys, while they're on the court, they're not thinking about it. They're focused on strategy. They're focused on putting the ball in the hoop. They're focused on trying to figure out ways for the team to win. Yeah, and then when the game's over, okay, if I have to go focus on something like that, I will. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the network and the league itself doesn't get that with the fans, too. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who support Black Lives Matter or all that stuff who are like, okay, I'll escape. I want to escape for a little bit. Let's go watch the game. That's just my opinion.
I tend not to let stuff bother me, and obviously this stuff doesn't bother me at all. So I don't know. So
plus, watching the game last night with everybody putting the phrases on their jersey, I couldn't help but laugh, because I was like, Black Lives Matter. This is out to Black Lives Matter. This is back into Black Lives Matter. Who shoots it up? Oh, Black Lives Matter blocks it. Equality picks it up, sends it out to education reform.
Why did they move the name? Did you know why they moved the names on the jerseys to the bottom of the numbers?
I've only noticed it on the Lakers and Clippers. The Celtics had it in their traditional spot.
Oh, did they?
Both the Celtics and the Bucks did. Yeah.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that was for like an opening a bubble night thing or what, but yeah, the Celtics and the Bucks last night, from what I've noticed, they had them both in the spot that they usually put them. So
yeah, I thought that was weird. Like because I thought I saw like the back of the jersey. I'm like, that's more like a WNBA thing.
Yeah,
like putting the name below the.
It reminded me of the old Atlanta Hawks jersey when Pistol Pete played for them.
Yeah,
because they had the jersey, they had the name underneath the numbers too. But yeah, it's very WNBA.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they did it in support of the WNBA because women's basketball matters too. So.
Very, very possible.
Yeah.
Didn't they come back also?
WNBA? Yeah. They all kneeled during the anthem, and 3 of the 9 fans that were watching got upset. So.
Oh God.
Sorry, just
I know the amount of people.
I support women's basketball. They would fucking kill me on the court, but I don't watch it for fundamentals. I watch it because I want to see a guy jump 90 feet in the air and slam a ball down with all of his might. So
that's the reason why Tim Duncan, while a big star, was never like the number 1 star.
Yeah,
because he was so goddamn boring on the court.
He's Mr. Fundamental. So, and Timmy was great.
Yeah,
so he's probably the greatest power forward to ever play. So,
I haven't.
Fundamental.
I've watched 3 baseball games.
Yeah,
and 2 of them the Angels have lost.
Yeah.
So
if I was like, you, I'd stop watching.
So I was like, this is really well. Even the games that I haven't watched, they've lost. I know they won today, surprisingly.
And we didn't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. The games I don't watch, they win. Same with the Cubs. When I watch the Cubs, they suck. But as soon as I stop watching, they play better.
Yeah. I don't know. The Angels were making me mad. I'm like, the Mariners are supposed to be the most fucking, like, the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
And they're giving up 10 runs to them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
What's funny about the Angels right now is that they're scoring in bunches. Like, they're scoring like 5, 6, 7 runs a game, but they're giving up like 8 to 10 per game as well.
Yeah. I mean, this team is very much like an Artie Moreno team. It's all offense and no pitching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, and we kind of suspected that was going to be the problem, because even after they signed Rendon, like, we were happy about it, but we were like, we kind of need pitching.
Yeah, it's like Angels sign Anthony Rendon to a 10-year, $300 million contract. That's great. Can he pitch?
And even like Ohtani got lit up.
He got lit up, man.
Like, he didn't even make it out of the inning, if I remember.
What sucks even more is that Matt Andriese came in and pitched for him that Sunday. So they're like, oh, we'll give Andriese the nod to start the game. He pitched yesterday and got his ass lit up too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe if the Angels can keep this core together and they can keep producing, maybe they can sign pitchers next year.
Yeah, well, it's really all about Albert Pujols. I really wish he would do the franchise a favor and just retire.
Yeah.
Because that money, I mean, the Angels owe him, I think, $40 million or $60 million over the next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And that's money that could be used to bring in pitching and help this franchise out. He's obviously not contributing. Justin Upton's not contributing. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be a long season for them.
Well, I don't know if this whole right now, how much of the league is out? Like 20% of the league because of COVID.
Basically, the Marlins and the Cardinals.
Yeah. So I thought for some reason I thought the Phillies also, but maybe not.
I think Phillies staff member got it.
Oh,
I don't think any players have gotten it though.
Okay.
But the Miami Marlins, they went clubbing in Atlanta the night before you gotta hit up those world famous Atlanta strip clubs. They're probably meeting Lou Williams from the Clippers. Did you hear about that one?
No.
Lou Williams from the Clippers, he asked for permission to leave the bubble to go deal with something. Well, he was caught going into an Atlanta strip club next day, and he said he went in there to get hot wings.
He went to the chicken strip.
He went to the chicken strip, yeah. So
get a thigh in one hand and a breast in the other.
Yeah, and then one of the strippers came out publicly and did an interview. He's like, "Oh yeah, he came in here. He got more than hot wings, and he tipped very well." So, fucking sweet Lou, man.
These people are just like, I don't understand. Like, I applaud the way the NBA and the way the NHL have handled like their bubble and everything. And everybody was saying the exact thing that was going to happen with the MLB. I'm like, you're not in a bubble, so a whole team is going to get taken out at some point.
Yeah.
Like, my prediction was that it was going to take a couple weeks, but no, it took 2 days. Like 2 games in, and then the Marlins were out, and it's just like, really? It's like, if you don't want to play baseball, don't play baseball.
Yeah.
It sucks. Yeah, you don't have the, you don't get to go to your strip club or go to a bar or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you want to get paid,
neither can the rest of us.
Yeah.
The rest of us can't even go to work.
Yeah, but the difference is we're not getting paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, there's arguments for both sides, but I think, like, if you're a professional athlete making so much money to play a game, then you should do everything you can to play the fucking game, take the precautions, because like, we don't know, like, this reopening, allowing the play, I mean, there's no guarantee that it would go the entire season. I mean, it could literally shut down at any point, and with everything happening, it certainly looks like it's on track with that,
Yeah.
And some of our teams are doing pretty good too, god damn it.
Yeah. Well, the Dodgers had their little fun in Houston.
Oh, dude, you know what, man? Hashtag free Joe Kelly. Kelly. Fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you. I almost said Joe Torre. God damn, it was a while ago. You know what, man? Just really quick on that. Yeah, it had to be done. That's what it is, man. Because no shit goes unpunished, and a lot of players took the high road, and they wanted to say the shit, but they didn't, and I think it's a pitcher mentality, man, because when pitchers pissed off, they'll go for the fucking head.
Yeah.
So I don't know what his true intentions were, what he really wanted to do. I mean, talk about New Jack, like, I wanted to kill that motherfucker, I threw him the fuck off to kill us, you know what I mean? But no, dude, I mean, I look, it's fucked up, but I understand why it was done. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's
ridiculous.
I think it's ridiculous that the MLB is punishing retaliation more than they actually punish the cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a manager and somebody else lost their job. Oh, big deal.
And the franchise got fined $2 million whole dollars.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand what happened. I mean, thanks to the CBA that they negotiated between the union and the league, they couldn't punish the players.
Yeah.
Since it was an organizational thing, they couldn't punish the individual players, no matter how much evidence was out there proven. I know now they're talking about it. Now they've implemented laws and rules that, if there's an individual player out there caught cheating, then that player can be punished.
Yeah.
But I was happy for Joe Kelly, and I was pretty glad to see that. What I like about it more is he wasn't even on that Dodgers team when they got cheated out of the World Series. So him just sticking up for his teammates what was awesome. I mean, you got to kind of let the players police themselves in situations like this. I mean, they're not going to do anything to seriously hurt each other, but it's not like he was out there gunning for their heads every at bat. Yeah.
Well, from what I read, it wasn't even a fastball.
No, it wasn't. It was an off-speed pitch, and one pitch. I mean, he did go head hunting, which is kind of fucked up. You don't want to hit someone in the head, but it was more of a scare tactic because it didn't even get close to hitting him. But I don't know if you guys have listened to the hot mics that they had on during TV for the game.
No.
There's videos out there with the hot mics, and oh my god, the trash talking that was going on was just off the charts. It was so awesome.
Dude, I got to check that out.
But I got to give Joe Kelly props for just the way he treated him after he came out of the game, laughing, doing the little crybaby boohoo face, and that was fucking awesome. But
yeah,
I think what's bullshit is how long they suspended him. I mean, an 8-game suspension in a 60-game season is equivalent to a 22-game suspension in a regular 162-game season. It's like, that's too fucking harsh. Nobody got hurt. The only thing that got hurt was maybe the feelings of the Astros players.
A bruised ego.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's like, you know what? It's not messing with their livelihood. It's not messing with their money. What the Astros did was messing with livelihoods and money. I mean, people lost their jobs because of what the Astros did. There were Yankee pitchers that lost their jobs because the Astros lit them up because they knew exactly what was coming to them.
Yeah.
There's guys who lost jobs, who lost money, who could have gotten contract extensions and bonus money if they won the World Series. But no, the Astros did what they did. People got fucked over, and they basically got away unscathed. So the fact that they're suspending Joe Kelly for 8 games in a 60-game season is bullshit. And it just proves that Rob Manfred's a fucking coward, and he's doing whatever he can to protect Major League, his reputation and the Astros at all costs. I know he's doing it because he probably thinks it's a player safety issue, but nobody was going to get hurt in that situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, the whole ordeal, I mean, how could you not expect some sort of retaliation? And for the record, what he did, that's like that old school FERDA that you see a lot in hockey, for the boys, that mentality where it's like, yeah, I wasn't a part of it when it happened, but I'm here now. I'm with the organization. It's, we're all together. And for him to do that, I mean, it could have been for many reasons, but I do believe it was like, look, this is fucked. something has to happen. Obviously, some people went overboard, take away the World Series and this and that. Like, that's never going to happen. That's what a lot of us fans. I think I could speak on behalf of a majority of the Dodgers fans. We don't want that to happen, but it's like something has to happen because it literally just like went unpunished. Like nothing happened. Like a fine, this and that. Like, oh, who gives a fuck? It's like a billion-dollar industry if you think about it, and shit. So it's like a slap on the wrist. So, this message being sent was just like, hey, we're still thinking about it. It's still fucked up. And the fact that he didn't go as far, than what he did, I think it says something. And then the whole suspension was like, look, if you'd have done this from the very beginning with the scandal and with everything that happened, then you wouldn't even have to punish this dude. But like 8 fucking games, fuck you, man. If anything, you're just making him even more of a bigger name and a bigger hero. Like, that's what the guy is. He's a hero.
Amen.
He's a fucking hero.
I guess the Dodgers are going to be making like free Joe Kelly shirts to sell to fans and stuff.
Nice.
We should have bobbleheads.
Yeah, they should have like the bobblehead of him just going.
Yeah.
Hear that, Dodgers PR department?
Yeah. And they still won the game too. So, there it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. With the way things are going, Dodgers will take the first place and they'll shut the fucking league down. So, God damn it.
I don't think it's going to get shut down. I mean, there's going to be. I think if teams quit following protocol and quit going out and keep going out and doing things that are going to put themselves in danger, then those teams should have to forfeit games. I mean, the other teams getting punished as well. I mean, I feel bad for the Phillies. I feel bad. Believe it or not, I feel bad for the Yankees because they had to stop playing games because the Marlins couldn't be responsible and
it's going to lead to double headers on very, very hot days also. Yeah. So it's like, I don't like the way the MLB is handling this at all. Yeah. So they should. I know the players rejected a bubble, so like it wasn't something that the league tried to institute a bubble, but at the same time there needs to be like it seemed like the plan they threw together just to like postpone the games. Mm-hmm. What was that all about?
What?
Crispy disappeared. Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, sorry. I had to pick my nose. Got in there deep too.
I don't think their plan just looked thrown together. Like, oh, let's just postpone the game by 2 weeks. Yeah. Okay, but this sickness just doesn't go away in 2 weeks. Yeah, sometimes it does. But there are some people, like even healthy people, athletes and whatnot, that can still have this virus for weeks and sometimes months. So,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Crispy.
I was going to say, I don't know if we talked about this, but one thing we could do in the worst case scenario is we should get the best video game players in the world and have them just play like the show or the league, because those games will probably be better than most of these fucking games. And I'll tell you what, man, we got to a point we didn't have anything, and now it's coming back and we're getting excited. So if that shit happens again and we lose it, then they just start broadcasting fucking, 2K20 or whatever the shit is, and let's just watch it, man. Stats are pretty close, and who knows, man, we can actually have an entire season that way.
They actually did something similar like that in a minor league game a few years back. I want to say it was the Fresno team. The first 3 innings of the game were actually played on the show, and then the next 7 innings were played in real life.
That's funny.
The first 3 innings were probably like amazing, huh?
I don't know. I don't remember the score, but I do remember a story about something like that happening.
I'll be back.
Yeah, but like I honestly think that a lot of these teams that have been shut down because their players have been tested positive for coronavirus, they need to have some kind of a plan to where they could run these double headers in cities that have stadiums that have retractable roofs and air conditioning.
Yeah.
We have a few cities out there like Seattle, Arizona, The new Rangers Stadium has a retractable roof. Miami, and I think that's it off the top of my head. And then I don't know if I think the Astrodome's closed, or it's tore down.
Did you say Toronto? No.
Yeah. Well, they can't do it in Toronto because the government's not even letting the Blue Jays play there.
Yeah.
So,
but they have a retractable dome, don't they?
Yeah. But what I was saying, Dave, is a lot of these teams that have double headers coming up, they should be allowed to play at stadiums that have retractable roofs so they don't have to play in the hot weather. Because, I mean, regardless of what regardless of where they play, they really don't have home stadium advantage because there is no fans. Mm-hmm. So, I was saying, you could play maybe up in Seattle, go down to Arizona, the Rangers' new stadium, or Miami, and maybe like on an off day, if there's like any off days that they have shared together, they can go down there and play their doubleheader.
Yeah.
So that's just that was just an idea I was floating around. So
it should be the commish.
Well, I think anybody can do a better job than Rob Manfred at this time. I mean, they've even talked to the players' union about having 7-inning games during doubleheaders. So I don't know how I feel about that.
Or really quick, talking about the commissioner, man. You haven't been catching up on Brockmire, have you? You guys haven't seen it? Oh man, so I think it's on Hulu or whatever it is, but they did the 4th and final season, and I don't want to do any spoilers, but let's just say Brockmire becomes the commissioner of baseball, and it is, dude, it's actually pretty interesting what they did for that final season. But just we're talking about the commissioner, it's so interesting that Brockmire, from what you remember watching the show, he ends up becoming the commissioner and all that craziness. Awesome. So if you get a chance, man, I think it's on Hulu. I actually watched it.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah, it is on Hulu. Yeah, I was watching it on Spectrum, but they're fucking on-demand shit. Like, it's a commercial every 2 seconds, and I hate it. But you gotta check it out. It's good.
It's on Hulu. I watched the entire series because I didn't stop. I didn't watch the end of the first season, so I was like, I'll just take it slow and just savor it.
Yeah.
And then
it's fucking good.
And then I ended up like watching it in like 1 week.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, the last season is pretty great. So,
oh, dude, it's really good, man. Yeah, just because I said commish and they say commish on the show. So
yeah.
I haven't watched really anything except for sports since baseball's been back. I haven't watched F is for Family. I haven't watched Brockmire. I haven't really watched much of anything. So
yeah.
Still watching New Girl?
No. We got through, I think, halfway through the second season, and I'm just like, I can't watch this shit anymore.
Yeah.
So I was like, even Elizabeth got tired of it.
It's like it's like New Girl, but same old shit.
Yeah, she just rolled her eyes at me. So
yeah, just fuck that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, okay, it's just enough. I'd rather watch Parks and Rec for a 5th time. So
yeah, hey, you tried. You fucking tried, dude. You did what most people wouldn't even be willing to do. You gave it a shot, and you said, you know what? No, I'm done. It's ridiculous.
You can always watch The Simpsons, the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons for 1,000th time.
Yeah,
that's what I've done.
I haven't watched. I can't even tell you. I think I've maybe watched I'd say anywhere from 1 to 5 episodes of The Simpsons in the last 2 years. So
really,
I haven't watched.
Yeah,
not even the classic episodes.
Nope. So
that's about time you revisit it because they added the 4x3. They added the 4x3 aspect on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So
it's just I don't have time. Yeah. So I just don't have the time. So
yeah, I think I watched The Simpsons probably watched The Simpsons at least once every 2 months. Yeah. The first I would say probably from season. I started at season 2 this time, and I'll probably go to season 11. So,
in my opinion, dude, my personal opinion, 1 through 10 are fucking amazing. They're flawless. They're great. That's your bread and butter. After that, up until about 14, it's good. It's okay. You know, there's a few bumps along the road. After 14, I would say it's literally hit or miss. That's my opinion. But when you're watching them every other month or every 2 months because you're watching King of the Hill the other time. So I appreciate
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. You got to go back and forth, man.
I've been
Go ahead.
I forgot what I was going to say. Go ahead.
God damn it.
I was just sitting here. I was trying to remember like the last newer movie I've watched. I think the last one I watched was maybe Ford versus Ferrari. And that was back in March. I think before all the coronavirus stuff happened. I think that was it. So.
Well, I don't know if you saw Harley Quinn, or in the Birds of Prey movie.
I did see that.
Okay, because it's on my Voodoo account, and I think I gave it all to you guys to log in. So
yeah.
Or no, you guys can access it on YouTube because we share the family account. So.
Yeah. The last movie I saw in theaters was before the coronavirus stuff. Was actually the day Kobe died. I saw 1917. So that was the last movie I saw in theaters. But like the last movie I think I've actually sat down at home and watched was Ford versus Ferrari. So
I want to say I can't remember a new movie that I've watched. What was I watching the other day that I'm like, oh, I'll give that a chance, and I watched it. Oh man, I'm blanking out. Yeah. I took an edible earlier, so and I took it around 1 p.m. So I'm finally starting to come down from it because for some reason it's lasting a long time. So, yeah. So
good for you, Dave.
It causes memory loss.
No.
The hell you say?
Yeah.
I'm also drinking beer. So
you know what? I don't know if you read the box or whatever it came in, but it causes memory loss and sudden increases in hunger and fucking jam bands. So if you find yourself listening to Fish, that's pretty normal.
I've been listening to Government Mule, so
there you go. Yeah. There you go. Fucking Warren Hayes, man. Yeah, dude. By the way, that episode of The Simpsons is in season 13.
We got the Human Simpsons catalog here on the line.
Hey,
he'll tell you what season.
Just between me and my brother, we know it all. And if I don't know, you're going to hear me say, "You got to ask my brother. He knows that one."
I think with old age right now, it's like all of that Simpsons and all of my TV quotes and movie quotes that I've had stored in my brain are slowly leaving, and it's just being replaced with grunts and deep breaths. So it's just the older you get, the grouchier you are. So oh god, and back pain.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had back pain forever because I'm fat. So yeah.
Mine's been shoulder pain the last couple of days.
Yep. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what I watched the other day, and I was like, Blinded by the Light.
How was it?
It was okay. It's pretty much it's a very typical plot, like a coming of age plot.
Okay.
And then it's interspliced with these custom Bruce Springsteen music videos.
Oh, okay.
There's literally one segment where they go through an entire song and it's just abstract, just him walking through the town and the lyrics are being projected onto walls and stuff. And I'm like, it's okay. I actually enjoyed the Beatles movie a bit better.
Okay.
I can't think of what it's called right now, but
yesterday
You
watched it yesterday?
No. No, I watched Blinded by the Light earlier.
Well, I've got cataracts, so the light.
Man, if you're falling apart at 35, bro.
I'm just trying to respond with old people quotes now when younger people are talking about movies and stuff.
Like back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day, I used to have to technology both uphill both ways.
Yeah, you had to walk 5 miles to go to the Best Buy, right?
Yeah.
You had to watch scrambled porn.
Well, you had to walk 5 miles up a hill in the freezing cold to go to Best Buy.
During pandemic.
That's right. You had to carry a heavy ass fucking pager and try to find a phone as soon as possible.
Back in my days, we had to carry CD players that skipped.
Hey, that was a real problem.
Okay. Dude, that was a fucking nightmare, dude. Holy shit. You remember how they had like 3 seconds skip, 5 seconds skip, 10 seconds? It didn't fucking matter because none of that shit did anything.
No. Yeah. I remember my first Discman too. I got it on clearance at Save On when my Aunt Missy worked there.
Yeah, that's another in my day. Fucking Save On.
Save On, yeah. Not this fancy CVS shit.
I catch myself still calling it Save On sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm just weird like that. Yeah. So.
But my first Discman though, I think I got it my freshman year in high school on clearance at Save On because Missy saved it back for me. Nice. And it was a Sony Discman. And it only cost me $15. And wow. It was like the one that they had in the Wayne's World car that was like that big and that thick, and then you press the button, and that thing skipped so bad. Like you would seriously have to hold it like this as still as possible whenever you walked or sat in the car, because any like light bump you hit, that thing would skip for about 10 seconds.
I remember that Walkman. You put the Triple H sticker on top of it.
Yeah, I had a corn sticker on it.
That's right, corn sticker.
I had a corn sticker and then I think a 7 Dust sticker on it.
Yeah.
And then it started to break. It wouldn't stay closed, so I'd have to tape it.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a plastic like window on it, like a little like tiny plastic window on it that was
that was the next one.
CD.
Oh, that's right.
CD spinning.
Yeah, the next one I got, I actually spent a little bit more money on. I went to Tower Records. Back in my day, they had Tower Records.
Sure did.
It was.
Let me ask you this though: did it come in a box?
No.
Oh,
the first one did. The next one that I got, it came in like the plastic that you had to like.
Yeah, the bubble.
Yeah, you had to like use all your might and the bolt cutters to open up.
Yeah.
But it was a circular red. It was a circular one. It was red on top, gray on the bottom. I put a Triple H sticker on it, and that one was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So
go ahead,
Dave.
I was about to say just the first CD player I bought was at Montgomery Ward's when it was closing. So
I bought it at the old Woolworths.
That's what that Target on Ornsthorpe used to be, right? It was a Montgomery Ward's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Gee, my God.
So it was like a cheap, like I think like $20 one. So I went through so many goddamn CD players when I was a teenager because I would always lose them. So, but luckily we had our the Social Security money, so I could do that. So
see, I think we all made that mistake because I went through like 2 or 3 before I finally got a good one, because I got like the $15 one and shit, and then I finally got like a $30 RCA one that came with the car kit, with the little cassette and the charger and everything. It was like a black and silver one, and I was like, that's what you got to do, man, because when they first came out, they were super fucking expensive, but when we were growing up, luckily they were affordable, but $30 is a little bit more than what we were carrying, so you had to invest. And man, I must have gone through so many fucking, because I wear them down. I would play them all fucking day and all fucking night, but like the struggles, kids don't know that shit because they I got music on my phone. See, we do too, but we earned the right. We went through the fucking passage. We paid our dues, went through all that shit, in the 90s, and it's just like I tell Jeremy this and he can't believe it. Like, he's fucking amazed. Like, he just like, that was like, he's looking at it like we were looking at people living in the 50s and the 60s, black and white television. That's how barbaric, you know? And it's just like, wait, you guys it wasn't always flat screen. It wasn't always digital. That's fucking weird.
Well, now it's, what's a TV?
Yeah, right. Only 57 channels? Shit, if you were lucky. You used to get a pamphlet with like fucking cable channels. This is it. There you go. 40 channels. This is what it is.
Well, shit. When we were growing up, we had a floor model television in our living room, and then we had a double dial like 15-inch TV in the bedroom. So that's when Dave was like really, really young. Wow, Calgary just took the lead.
Yeah, I remember I remember playing Street Fighter and Nolan Ryan baseball on that tiny ass TV.
Yeah.
So we had that TV for a long time.
Yeah. Then we updated to like a more modern TV. I mean, I think it was a 20-inch. So we had that TV for a long time.
And then it finally blew up on us.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to have this 19-inch Panasonic in my room, and what was really cool was it had this like timer button where you can be on a channel, flip to another channel, hit the timer, and then like in 15-30 seconds it would go back. So it was like, I used to use it for wrestling. When it went on commercials, I would like go to another channel and then hit the timer, and then it would go back. I mean, it was fucking amazing, dude. There were some gems, man. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate technology where it's at and everything we can do. I mean, right now this is a great example of how far we've come. But like back in the day, man, in our time, we had some pretty good shit too. You know, it was simple too. You know, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, this is how awesome technology is compared to what it used to be. I mean, I'm video chatting with my best friend and my brother while watching a hockey game, and then my wife is watching Impractical Jokers streaming through a video game console. I mean, that's pretty fucking sweet.
What a time to be alive, man.
We're the old podcast now.
Old fat podcast.
Yeah. Fat and old podcast.
Fat and old, balding, and turning fucking gray. I get fatter by the day. So.
Well, I mean, we can only get fatter. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, speak for yourself. They're tons of fun. I've been losing weight.
Speak for yourself, moron.
I must have just picked up the weight you lost. So
I picked up a lot of it too. So
yeah.
I think I'm back. I'm back at the weight that I was before I did DDP yoga. That's how much weight I've gained. So
yeah, I'm trying not to, but when all you have in the house is mac and cheese and bread,
yeah.
You just have to be like, oh, fuck it, whatever, I don't care.
Another day of mac and sandwich for me.
Mac and cheese sandwiches.
Grilled cheese mac and cheese.
God bless you, man. No, I mean, I'll give you a great example of an achievement. I actually weigh less than my driver's license weight. That's an achievement they don't give you in the Fitbit or health apps. They should have that, like, hey, we've noticed that you weigh less than your driver's license you got like 15 years ago or whatever. So congrats. That's actually a pretty big step for you, you fat fuck.
I've actually gotten so fat that when I got my new driver's license, it weighed 5 ounces heavier. So
I have to go soon. My license expires on my birthday this year and the whole shit. But, you know, when I go and I update the information, I think it just might be safe to just predict what I might weigh later. And I might go heavier. I don't know, man. But no, it's just like, you know, I get it. You know, right now, you know, a lot of people are gaining weight. And honestly, for some of them, good. You fucking assholes, because you were thin and made fun of us fat fucks. You should gain the weight. We fat fucks are going to lose the weight. It's going to flip around. We're going to take over the world.
Yeah.
God
damn. There you go, man.
The fat shall inherit the earth.
I would take over the world, take over the earth, but I don't feel like it today.
You know, I used to do this this bit in my stand-up where I talked about how like losing weight's overrated. We should just all be fat because it'd be easier. especially for skinny people, how much fun it would be. They can eat whatever they want and gain weight, then we'll all be fat fucks. But there would be consequences, like airplanes would only be able to carry like 10 people. You know, but the idea was great.
Elevators will be limited to one.
Because it was perfect, because for fat people, it's like we do nothing. Skinny people eat everything that you want. You enjoy the life, and then once you binge, you'll say, "Hey, these guys have it all figured out. We can all," because it's like heavyweights. No one picks on you because you're not the fat kid.
Everybody's the fat kid.
Did you have a baby, man? God damn it, dude! I was like, "Fucking, isn't that like due for like an anniversary special edition or something?"
Came out in what, 94, 95?
I'm checking.
Yeah, maybe in
95.
Yeah,
okay.
so
25.
25 years. It should be 25 years this year.
Yeah.
They'll do interviews with the cast, all of them except Kenan Thompson, because he's the only one that's been really successful after the fact, so he won't do it. But they should, man. They should do a special edition. Fucking love that movie. Dude, I don't know a fat person that at the very least has never seen it. Like, you could ask any fat person, like, you could quote Heavyweights, they'll probably be like, "You're talking Heavyweights, man." Such a fucking good movie. I don't know why I brought it up. I just did. But you know what? I'm gonna watch it later.
I don't know if you can see that one. Can you see him?
Can you move it over? Because for some reason, oh yeah. I heard about it. He's dead, right?
Yeah, he's dead.
Sorry to hear that.
Salami Sam.
Yeah.
I think he died last year. And then Jerry lost a ton of weight. He's thin now. What, do you have a baby?
See,
chicken legs.
So that's two that won't do the commentary then, or the interviews.
Well, I mean, they could even do like they've been doing like those reunions like over Skype and stuff, like they did with Back to the Future. They did it with The Sandlot.
Yeah, I saw that one. Justin Turner hosted it.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I heard it was pretty funny.
So. I watched part of it. I don't know. I'm just not too big. I'm not like huge on like reunion things. Yeah. So,
Benny the Jet Rodriguez was the XPW heavyweight champion for a while.
The Messiah?
No, Kid Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We used to call him Mike Vitar. So he's so pissed.
I could kind of see him looking like the Messiah.
Yeah.
I bring that up because I just saw earlier that he's coming out of retirement for a benefit show for Supreme, but that's the only reason why he's relevant for this conversation, and will only be going forward. But the Sandlot's done a bunch of reunions. The fucking Back to the Future's done a bunch of reunions. I like it when it's just like, oh man, it's been like 40 years. This is like their first reunion. It's good, but like when you keep doing it like every year, every other year, it's like, yeah, I know how you guys are doing. I just saw you last year. Nothing's really changed. Nothing's really changed. So.
Well, I know the one. I know what's it? Ham, the guy who plays Ham. He has like a show on YouTube, and I swear like all of the interviews are with his Sandlot castmates.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's weird.
What's it called? The Great Hambino?
I want to say it's called "You're Killing Me, Smalls," but I'll check. Hold on.
That's even better, because if it's not the Great it has to be something Sandlot related, because that's like the biggest movie he ever made.
Hey! He was in The Big Green, okay?
Oh, so Steve Guttenberg. See, I thought I knew.
Hey.
But you know what though? He was great.
Don't
because
talk about Goot like that, man.
No,
Stonecutters really appreciate him.
You're talking about the stars of Police Academy 1, 2, and 4, dude. I get it. No, but he was actually the Big Green was fucking great when he'd have all those like fucking weird like trip outs, and he would actually see whatever the team was called, he would see them charging the fucking goal.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that movie twice, I want to say.
Why did I took you to all those Police Academy movies?
Did you see anything funny?
I don't hear anyone laughing.
I think the best quote is when Marge is the cop and he's like, I thought it was going to be funny, like that movie Animal House, but it was annoying, like that movie Police Academy.
Oh God.
Which is a weird joke because Police Academy is funny. Hell, even the second one, man. You watch that with Bobcat Goldthwait where he's like the gang leader?
I haven't seen Police Academy probably since I was like 8 years old.
But did you ever watch like the sequel or sequels? I don't know how far into the fucking rabbit hole.
I'm sure I have. I like I said, I haven't watched them in probably 25 years. So,
dude, if you ever get an opportunity, like, don't go out of your way to do it. Don't. If it just happens, watch 2 and then watch 3 because in 2, Bobcat's a gang member and he plays Bobcat Goldthwait, and in the second one, he becomes a cop.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember him as the cop. I don't remember him as a gang leader.
It's this like the same thing, only he had like longer hair and he dressed like a punker. But it's like it's the same fucking character he's played for like 50 years. That I don't know. So
best Bobcat impression ever.
I tried, man. Yeah,
that's funny.
I have to work tonight. I hate it.
Oh, lucky you.
Yep. So I think I'm the only one that's watching wrestling at the moment. Yeah. Probably.
I'm actually watching I'm actually sticking to AEW. I haven't watched NXT or I didn't watch the horror show or any of that shit. I'm fucking. I get my sort of reports from What Culture, and it's just like, what they're telling me is not giving me any reason to watch it.
Yeah, I've only been watching AEW. Past couple weeks have been pretty good.
Oh, they've been really good, actually, man.
Not this past episode, but the episode before that, Eddie Kingston challenged for the TNT title.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool because, Eddie Kingston has been wrestling for fucking forever. I
actually saw him last because I was watching NWA Power a couple months ago. I was actually following it. I was interested in watching it, and I was really digging it. And he was pretty. A lot of those guys have been kind of jumping ship. I mean, Ricky Starks and now with Kingston, and I don't know. I kind of remember him in Impact, not so much, but I remember a little bit. But I don't know. I think he's one of those guys that just, I don't think he's the greatest wrestler, but there's just something about him, you know what I mean? Like something special. Yeah. I think he's got really good mic work,
Oh, no, he's great on the mic. But, that was cool. His match with Cody was pretty good. It's hard hitting. I thought he got injured like halfway through it or he was just doing a great sell job. I don't know.
Because he was limping out at the end. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, like it was a pretty good match. And then the next week, and then a few days later, they announced, if you've been following on Twitter, Warhorse, he's been petitioning to get a match with Cody, and they finally granted him the match. So they invited him down, and he had a match with Cody. So that was cool to see that because fans have been calling for that for ever since they introduced the title. And Cody said that, I'm going to defend it every week. So, and Warhorse, he rolls ass. So,
yeah. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
But for me, what's been exciting is like Orange Cassidy, man. His feud with Jericho. That match, dude, it's phenomenal. Bubs, if you're gonna watch anything for the last couple of weeks, that Orange Cassidy Jericho match was fucking. That's to me at least like 4 stars, man. At least that's the lowest I'd give it.
Yeah, I watched highlights from it and I've heard people talk about it. Even Jericho said it's probably one of the best matches of his career.
Wow.
Yeah, so
he's had some good ones.
Yeah, I may give it a shot. Just I'm just not interested in pro wrestling at all right now. So
yeah,
I think this is probably
tough time to be a fan.
This is probably the long and it sucks too because I want to watch it because I love everybody on AEW. I get results from WWE through like NoDQ.com and stuff like that, but it's just I don't know if I'm just completely done with pro wrestling or if I need to take a break from it right now. It's just I haven't been interested.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe it's just that you're at a point in your life where you're, kind of, growing, and I don't want to say you're being a different person, but you're becoming, much different than you were before in certain ways. And it's just that you're kind of outgrowing wrestling, especially since the product itself isn't doing everything it can to, keep your attention. Because if the product was solid, it was fucking great, then you probably would be watching it a little bit more, just all time and other things are going on. But like, it's just been so terrible that it's just like, man, if I had talked to myself, like, 20 years ago, that version of me wouldn't believe that. Wait a minute, you didn't watch Raw, you didn't watch SmackDown, you've been missing shows. Like, what's up with that, dude? You love wrestling. Like, I do.
Yeah.
And the reason why I stopped watching a lot of it is because I love wrestling. As weird as that sounds, it's exactly what it is.
I think it's just I'm maybe outgrowing it. And the last few times I've actually watched wrestling, I'm like, I've seen a lot of this before. And I don't need to see it again.
And when you did see it, it was great.
Yeah, but when I see it being repeated, I mean, even AEW is guilty of doing some of that, just as far as like match quality and just the things that they do in the ring. It's like, okay, I mean, it's awesome. It was awesome the first 100 times I've seen it, but now it's gotten to the point where I've seen it a million times over, and I'm just kind of done with it. So,
yeah,
I did see the Orange Cassidy do the orange juice thing with the inner circle, and I'm like, it's been done so many times, and like, it's not original.
Yeah.
It's orange juice, funny, yeah, but I've seen it done with poop. I've seen it done with beer. I've seen it done with milk. I've seen it done with blood.
Milk was the best one.
Basically, every body fluid you could possibly think of, I've seen it done with. So
I think what made it like entertaining for me was Jericho's reaction, and then also Ortiz,
yeah.
Ortiz's reaction was really funny. So,
yeah, and I agree. What that part was funny, but it's like, I've seen it before. I think the funniest one I've seen was like when Austin did the beer bath and Vince started swimming in it. I've seen that. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
So
obviously, it's not a fresh idea, but Jericho continually wearing the jacket stained with the orange juice for the following weeks, I think was like,
oh, see, that's fun.
That's what they could do to kind of like, look, this isn't our idea, we're going to add on to it. And I think that they made it work. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, at this point, it's going to be very hard to like really be consistently new and change the game. There's going to be a lot of repeats. But I think with AEW, and this is what fucking Vince had said during his bullshit fucking conference, was this like, oh, they're new and, people are turned on by new things. And, we've got to do our best to be hip and fresh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're not going to, you're never going to, because you're fucking stubborn. That company will maybe have a fighting chance when you fucking die and someone else gets the reins. But it's just like, that to me is a big concern because it's new. It doesn't have that foundation yet. So like, I'm doing everything I can to like be there. But once it's good, I'm like, okay, I could probably go a week or two without watching it, but I do think about it. I do actually want to watch, Dynamite. I do want to follow it. I do want to see what's going on, because I know at the very least in that 2 hours, maybe one segment might be dumb, maybe, but rest of it's going to be pretty solid,
Yeah.
I think a big part of me, especially wrestling in the situation that we're in now, it's the live crowd. For me, like when I watch professional sports, I don't need a live crowd. I could watch a hockey game. I could watch any sports game on mute and be fine and still get excited by it. For wrestling, it's a little bit different. I like to have that live crowd vibe when I'm watching wrestling, especially with what AEW has done the last couple of months, like bringing in FTR and then this past weekend with Matt Cardona. That would the pops for those two debuts would have been absolutely huge, and unfortunately, we're never going to get that because of the situation that we're in right now.
Yeah.
Like I watched the highlight of when Matt Cardona debuted, and I'm like, that was kind of dumb. It was just kind of dull. It's like, he's here. And I know the announcers did their best given the circumstances, but I'm just like, it was very anticlimactic for me. So,
yeah, it would have been better with the crowd, but I guess I'm just more easy entertained. I don't know.
Yeah, but you've always liked you've loved pro wrestling more than I ever have.
Yeah, so. I think there's only been like a time recently where I've gone a few weeks without watching it. Probably not since AEW started. Like I think I've watched almost every episode of Dynamite, with the exception of maybe like 1 week here.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I'd rather not watch it, or I got, I
got something else going on.
Yeah, I got caught up doing something else. I don't know, but I tend to make sure that I'm like home to watch. That I make time to watch AEW. So, but I mean, I think another thing is I'm kind of consuming wrestling in other ways, whether it be just following wrestling Twitter, listening to podcasts. So I think that is also kind of stopping me from it's making sure I don't forget about it.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with NXT. I'm not really following anything on NXT. I'm not following any podcasts. I don't really care. Yeah. Like the only review show I watch of it is Wrestling with Regrets, Wednesday Night Warfare.
Yeah.
So like I don't like. There's a part of me that I just don't care about NXT anymore, which is weird to say. Because it's like, yeah, I could watch it. That's another thing is AEW makes it a lot easier for me to watch it than WWE. Because like if you have the TNT app and you sign into your cable provider, you can watch the East Coast feed.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, Dynamite.
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like if you're on the I think the TNT app is on PlayStation also.
Okay.
But it's on the Xbox, so if you sign in through your cable provider, you get the East Coast feed.
All right, I'll have to try. Maybe if I start doing that.
Yeah, that's another thing is I like to go on Twitter while I'm watching wrestling, just because it kind of, or watching AEW, because it doesn't replace the live audience, but seeing like reactions.
Yeah.
Like it kind of, it's like, oh, okay. So it kind of, like in a way, it kind of fills that gap a little bit, but yeah, I mean, and you can't really do that if you watch the West Coast feed.
Yeah.
Because all the Twitter reactions have been there already, and it's like you're gonna run into spoilers, and it's just So luckily, but you don't get that option with like USA Network.
Yeah.
And it's like after I watch Dynamite, I'm just like I don't want to wait another hour to watch NXT.
Yeah.
I want to go on with my life.
Yeah.
But
I want to play MLB The Show.
Yeah, or I want to, watch a movie or watch The Simpsons or do some pop vinyl photography or whatever,
Yeah.
But
by the way, good job on the Zordon pop. That thing was pretty awesome.
Fucking A, man. That you don't give yourself enough credit, man. That looks fantastic.
Being so hard on yourself.
I don't know. You probably can't see it. Probably my mic's in the way.
I can see it.
So. I can't the way my screen is, but I saw your picture, and you know what? I even liked it on the gram, dude. There's well done, dude.
There's an effect that's going on with the light right now. It looks like there's like a little yellow body. It kind of looks like the Charmander from Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll have to watch it. I'll have to watch it through again. So.
See, I like to think
just
that's
my old eyes,
What color is the light behind me? Is it green?
Yeah, it's like a turquoise.
Yeah. Okay. I need a new webcam. Because I got this shitty old laptop from 2015, 2016. So it has a really old laptop web camera. So I need to buy an actual quality web camera. So because I'm looking at my Square and it's turquoise. So I'm like, it looks like the same color from Independence Day that the aliens are. So.
Yeah, he's broadcasting from the 90s.
Yeah, I've been just doing a lot of pop stuff. I started the new Instagram account. Past couple days, I've just been working on that Zordon custom. It's time consuming, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. God bless you and Mike have been playing with your toys and Showing the whole world what you're doing.
Yeah.
So. I like to think that Zordon pop, it's really you as Zordon. That's what I like to think of it. it's Dave as Zordon. I mean, I know it's a generic pop and it looks like everybody, but god damn it, if you just put a little beard on it, it could be you. You could be Zordon. D-Bond.
That was an expensive custom to make, I will say that. So, because luckily I didn't really have to do any painting of the actual head, because I got the Hydro Man pop from Spider-Man Far From Home. So, and I just ripped the head off of it. It was like $3 on deep discount. So I bought 2 of them because I'm going to do, because, I'll plug it at the end of the show, but I did a parody of the Vulgar Display of Power cover. So I'm going to do one Far Beyond Driven. I'm going to take the other Hydro Man that I have, and drill a hole in its and drill a drill bit into its head and take a picture to see if I can do a parody of the Far Beyond Driven album cover.
Nice.
Well, the one that got released, not the original artwork. If you've ever seen that, hit me up if you ever do that one.
Yeah, no, it's the re-release one.
So. Yeah, I can't give that one enough likes if you do it. I'm just telling you right now.
But yeah, I know we usually do what we've been doing recently at the beginning of the show, but fuck it, who cares, right?
We talked about that on a new show. It's not recorded. It's the Zero, which we talked before the show. And we caught up, and we're like, well, we're not going to repeat this when we do the show, so let's get right to it.
But I'm out of things to talk about because we already talked about hockey, baseball, basketball, wrestling.
I've been collecting hats. That's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks.
I've ordered like
6 or 7 new hats to my collection.
Yeah, I ordered because 47 brand did a 30% discount.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks back, so I did I got their like mystery box one. So I'm looking forward to seeing which one I get. So it's like it could be a hat from like any of the pro leagues. So
you're gonna get a Laker hat.
Probably, I'm willing to bet that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he lives in Southern California. He'll probably want an LA team. So
that or the Clippers.
I wouldn't be mad at a Clippers hat, but I hope it's not a Lakers hat because then I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I added to my racist collection.
Oh,
so
was that the Cleveland Indians?
Yeah.
Where'd you get that hat?
So I found it on eBay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't even sell that one anymore.
No.
So.
Yeah, they had it on eBay for the guy who had it for like $23. It's brand new.
Nice.
So I'm like,
fitted or
fitted, yeah. So it's an on-field cap.
Looks clean, man.
Yeah.
I've been spending way too much money. Also, like so I unboxed all like my Power Ranger stuff that I wanted to unbox, and I built that, and I built like a new shelf and redid all my pops and everything. So, and now I'm waiting for my Power Ranger Dorbs to get here.
Nice.
So, and then I purchased all the Ninja Turtle Dorbs. So I love it because Dorbs are like super cheap and because nobody's collecting them.
Yeah.
So you can buy them for like $5 each with free shipping. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like I think I got all the Ninja Turtle ones for, I want to say like there's 6, so maybe like $6 a piece, I think.
Yeah.
So, and I bought them in like a lot, so nice. that was pretty cool. But yeah, I've been just trying to take my mind off this whole COVID thing. So kind of, and I always say that my creativity has been stifled. Like I'm stifling my own creativity. It has been for years now. So being able to like find something to be creative with, it's been kind of nice.
That's good.
Yeah. Because even with the podcast, like I don't know if I'll do like a like a album or like a cover for this. I'll probably just put like episode 49 or whatever episode it is. So
yeah.
But
I feel the same way. Like I feel like I can't do anything creative anymore. Like my creativity just over the last like maybe 4, maybe 5 years has been just completely stifled. Like, like I used to do all the ad work and stuff for Beyond Kayfabe, and now I'm just like nothing.
Yeah.
I just stare into the abyss.
Yeah.
I just hope it comes to my mind.
I mean, I certainly feel it for you guys. I mean, for me, it's a complete opposite. I'm nothing but on my end here, and I have, many outlets just because that's how I've always been. And with the quarantine, it's actually been able for me to reconnect with, my old love music. And, it's just been really a wonderful experience because, the J-Man's also learning how to play guitar and I'm teaching him. And I'm actually been learning. I'm doing what I should have done, fucking 16 years ago, which was probably learn everything. Like, the actual notes, and shit like that. I never knew. It was all magic to me. I just, this one and this one sound good. Go with that. But I just been using the time to, play and, kind of get better, learn the instrument, learn the theory, if you will, and, work on new tunes and, now, but I'm upset because it's like, I have all these new projects and tunes and things that I want to do, with Mike and, we were actually, speaking of which, with the Aquanauts, we're going to actually create it as a full band. We're bringing Steve in to do drums and go from there. But we can't do anything because, just when it gets a little bit better, fucking 10 steps back and it's getting worse.
Yeah.
So the frustration is there. But like, I don't know. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, you guys have a lot going on, with your personal lives and the things that you're into. And, it's just, the quarantine can be a good time to find something new. I mean, Dave, I'm really enjoying what you're doing. I mean, look at Mike. Mike's been posting a bunch of pictures of him and his dolls, and he's working on that stop motion movie. Well, yeah, dude, they're not action figures. They're dolls, bro. All right,
they're collectibles.
Anyways, him and his dolls, and he actually sent me a picture of his collection, and he's like him to those figures, if you will, are like you to your pops there, Dave. He's like the you of dolls.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, man. I mean, it is what it is. It's just I think it's a frustration that like you can't go out and do a lot of the things that you want to do that you'd normally do, and you can't experience life, and you're kind of stuck in our little bubbles and shit. And it's a frustrating thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if one of you wants it. But since I'm talking to you guys, hold on, give me a second. Let me grab it. So
hope it's a signed 8x10.
I have a couple of those for you, actually, Crispy. So
can you make it out to My Hero?
But Amazon had one of those sales where they sold like all the collector court boxes like super cheap. Mm-hmm. So Claire wanted the Christmas one so she can get the Groot that looks like a Christmas tree. So there's this one right here. I don't know how clear it's going to come through, but one of you guys can have it. You just have to tell me. It's a Christmas Thor.
I'll take it.
Yeah. It's
because I have
Mjolnir is like a present. It's kind of cool looking.
Yeah, I have Captain America, Thanos, and I think that's it in that collection.
Oh,
what? Dude, the Christmas ones?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see all the Batman ones? All the Batman or the DC Christmas ones?
Yeah, those ones
I ordered the Penguin and the Batman. That's a Hot Topic exclusive.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to do like a little like photo thing with Mr. Freeze. I think it'd be kind of funny.
Nice.
So, but
chill out.
And then like weirdly, I didn't get a lot of pops during Comic-Con this year because it was pretty much impossible. because they all sold out within like a second. But I did manage to get the Iron Bob.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
yeah,
dude,
so
nice.
They're gonna be. So I got that coming in the mail, but yeah, still spending way too much money.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna buy all the NHL Legend pops that just released. So
they're releasing more Legend ones.
Yeah, and it's Luke Robitaille, Ray Bork, Bobby Hull, and
is Robitaille in a Kings jersey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
And then Bork, Hull, Robitaille, and Mark Messier.
What jersey is Hull? What jersey is Hull in?
Bobby Hull is a Blackhawks jersey.
Oh, Bobby Hull.
Yeah, it's not Brett, Bobby. But they're releasing. They have I think a Ryan O'Reilly pop. There's like 8 more new players that they released too. I just can't remember who they are off the top of my head.
I'm just waiting for a Bennington one, so I'm gonna bronze it and make a little statue out of it.
There you go.
You are a fucking star, aren't you?
To commemorate the Blues 2019 Stanley Cup victory because of him. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well deserved, dude. Well deserved.
Yeah, I'm still happy about it over a year later. Okay.
Yeah, you should be.
and hold on to it too.
They're still the defending champs as of August 1st.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
they haven't been eliminated yet. So.
Listen, maybe they'll win more, maybe they won't, but you'll always have that one.
Yeah.
And you always remember where you were.
Yeah.
But yeah. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Not really.
Not specifically to everyone, but Bubs, I just wanted to ask you. I know you have Spectrum, right?
Yeah.
And you guys signed up. You have HBO as part of that plan?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if you're aware of this because I just found out. But
can I take a guess?
Yes.
HBO Max.
Yes.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. Well, I didn't, but I'm telling you because we're friends.
Yeah.
They discontinued HBO Go, so
yeah. If you have a cable subscription or satellite, and you have HBO on your package, you get a free subscription to HBO Max.
Yep. Not sponsored, by the way.
But they should be.
Yeah, they should be. But
we should be exclusive to HBO Max.
Should be a lot of things.
I don't know. I was trying to Analyze That last night.
Yeah.
Just because for some reason I love that movie. But
it's funny.
Yeah, but for some reason every time I clicked on it, it said content wasn't available. So really? I was kind of pissed off. So I'm like, now I have to watch it somehow.
I'm happy. Like they have the first 4 seasons of Impractical Jokers, so Elizabeth's been watching that, and then they have every season of Mad TV.
Oh,
so
fuck, dude.
So I wanted.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they have all seasons of Mad TV right now. So I kind of glanced through a couple of them just so I can see like a couple of Kenny Rogers skits and anything that all the music videos, anytime Will Sasso did Stone Cold. So
dude, that 95-96 season is fucking flawless, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the fucking best bits are a part of that. But did you see the DC though? Did you see Harley Quinn
on HBO Max?
Yeah, it's on there.
Is it?
And so is it Doom Patrol's on there too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was looking for Harley Quinn last night.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, fuck, where is it? I can't find it. So I'm like, oh, that's probably still on the DC app. But then I went on later and it said under featured. And it was there. So I was like, oh, fucking awesome. I'm going to watch that.
Oh,
I have watched the Bane clips already, which make me laugh. And I don't even know most of the context of the scenes.
Yeah.
But just how funny Bane is, I'm like, I'm going to have to watch this show.
Yeah.
It's like his character. Like we all know who Bane is in the comics and how it's like the kind of animated series looking, but it's the movie voice, and he's just like so like fucking I don't know what the word is, but just like he doesn't seem like a bad guy. But when he's in that juice place, it's the best. That's the one where he gets all fucking mad.
I did see the trailer for American Pickle.
That's
Pickle
the
with Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen one.
Yeah, that'll be added on Thursday.
Yeah,
so I'm like, I'll have to watch that one.
Too.
I will say my favorite character in the Harley Quinn show is Maxie Zeus. It's voiced by Will Sasso. I think he shows up in like episode 4 or 5.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Crispy?
No, because like I said, I just found out about HBO Max and the thing, and I've seen the clips, but I haven't begun watching it, but I will. But I did take a look at the cast and fucking great names, big names playing it. And I did see Will Sasso, so I have expectations of the highest level for that performance.
He's only in this one episode, but I haven't laughed at something like that, like just laughed hysterically at something in a very long time until I saw Maxie Zeus. So it's one of my all-time like favorite one-off villains.
Okay, nice. I gotta check that out. That's would you say that's one of your picks per se?
Yeah, I would. So it's one of Maxie Zeus is one above his best. The other one is Project Regeneration by Static X. So
I just heard that, man. I saw your post and I was like, I'm gonna listen to it. And I listened to it and I go, you know what, dude, he's on the fucking money. It is really good. It is fucking amazing what they did.
Yeah. With what they had, they basically created like a brand new Static X album. And
it's seamless. It doesn't feel like it went down the way that it did.
Yeah, forget about all the drama that's going on around the album, considering past and present band members.
Yeah.
Just enjoy it for what it is. Enjoy it as a great tribute to Wayne Static, and it's just a phenomenal album. So it's my favorite album I've heard so far this year.
You know what? It's like if you're going through some old stuff and you find an old VHS tape of like an old friend or family member that's no longer here, and you kind of see them, for a little bit in that video. It's kind of that throwback feeling, and because I hadn't heard anything other than what was released, years and years ago. And then after he died, it was just, nothing was really released, but it's good, man. I dig it. I got to say, I'm with you on that.
You mentioned Will Sasso. I've been watching clips of him on The Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah.
Those are some of the funniest bits I think I've seen on a podcast before. So I don't know why I haven't watched any Will Sasso like clips or anything like for years. And then I don't know what led to me watching Will Sasso clips, but I was like, okay, this guy's hilarious. Well, why haven't I been watching him sooner? So, but yeah, his clips on The Fighter and the Kid are pretty freaking hilarious. So yeah.
That Devo's Delight.
Yeah.
Is the Fighter and the Kid the show with Brendan Schwab?
Brendan Schwab and what's the other guy's name? Brian something?
Brian Callen.
Brian Callen. There you go. So, but yeah, that's my pick for the week. So,
any Crispy's choice?
I've been recently. I got back to walking again. I've been walking every day. I do like 3 or 4 miles, and I've been doing this thing where I'll just pick like a metal CD, metalcore, heavy metal, whatever. And I find myself having picked pretty much the entire catalog from Every Time I Die. And I'll tell you straight up, it is because of Andy Williams. It's when you mentioned that a while back, that he's in that band. I was like, oh shit, and I started listening to it, and I found myself, I listen to Low Teens and, From Parts Unknown and all these albums. And like, I try to pick different ones, like I'll listen to Dillinger Escape and whatnot, just really heavy shit. But I got to say, man, I've been going through those albums and they're really fucking good. And I would say, like, if you haven't heard them, listen to them, man. Just pick an album, honestly, and then enjoy. I mean, I think their new album, Low Teens, that came out a few years ago, is really fucking good. But I just kind of wanted to throw that out. I kind of wanted to throw that out there because it's just like, man, I've heard of these guys, but I never really listened to them. And like now that I have, I'm just like, man, I've been fucking missing out. And then it's been kind of leading me to all sorts of newer bands that I didn't even know existed. That's just really on that heavy spectrum. So One of them is a band called Cane Hill. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. I just kind of found them in the rabbit hole. It's like really heavy. They're from Louisiana, so it's kind of got like a down vibe. But I don't know, like vocally speaking, I can hear like a little bit of like, Corey Taylor from like the first Slipknot album, a little bit of Iowa maybe, but just like really heavy shit. And I don't know, it's one of those bands you just would never find unless somebody mentions it. So I want to throw out to those guys, Cane Hill, good shit. But other than that, man, nothing much. I'm still good.
To bring it back to Corey Taylor really quick, have you guys heard his new single CMFT?
Is that the single or the album?
It's the single. It's called CMFT.
Oh, I thought that was the album name. I heard about it, but I haven't heard it.
Wait, is it a Corey Taylor song? Or...
Yeah, it's a Corey Taylor song called CMFT.
Uh-huh.
It is. I watched the video today because everybody was hyping it because there's a bunch of like cameos from like metal musicians and pro wrestlers and everything like that. But the song features some unknown rapper that I've never heard of and Tech Nine. But it's just not a good song. It's if Corey Taylor from 1999 ran into Corey Taylor of 2020, he'd probably strangle him with his dreadlocks. So, because it's just not a good song. So,
man,
cool video, crappy song.
You're telling me Caribou Lou himself, Tech Nine's on this track, and it's not hot. It's not hot.
And like the Tech Nine verse is pretty good, but just Corey is not good on the song. So.
Well, check it out on YouTube because you can just like portion it. You can just listen to that part, I guess.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it. I can't say, Bubs, but you and I are pretty parallel when it comes to music taste. So I'll definitely keep your words in mind and check it out. And when I do, I'll get back to you on it.
I put it up there with a slightly better version of the Metallica Ja Rule song. If that helps you out at all.
I didn't even know that.
Oh my God! You haven't heard that song before?
Surely such a travesty has never occurred, gentlemen.
Yeah.
God,
I'm shocked you haven't heard that song before.
I'll text it to you. I'll put it on. I'll put both songs on the group message, and then you could get back to me on what you think.
Well, I've heard nothing about it, not even remotely close. The only thing that's like sort of close to what you're saying was the Lil Wayne Blink-182 Nightmare.
That's bad too.
Collaboration. But when the fuck did this happen?
I'll say that
around St. Anger.
Yeah, it's when James went into rehab.
Is that the reason why he went into rehab?
It could be.
Yeah, probably.
What I mean is that it led to the drinking, more and more drinking. That's obviously the reason why he went. But collaboration with Ja Rule would definitely.
Pretty much all it is a song. It's Ja Rule rapping over. The song is very just all over the place. It's kind of funny, but it's just like a bunch of like B-side, maybe even like C-side Metallica stuff that they didn't ever plan on using.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just very super generic. It's actually kind of funny, but. If somebody gave me the choice of listening to the Ja Rule song or listening to Lulu, I would rather listen to Lulu.
It sounded the way that you guys had said it, and this is on me, but the way I heard it was that they got together, their camp called each other and said, "Hey, we got to do a song." So they wrote a new song specifically for us. If Ja Rule is using a studio throwaway track, that was probably either just a really rough demo or them fucking around, and he rapped over that. That's a different thing because Metallica is not really, they didn't make it happen. Ja Rule, his people.
No, because I remember on the Saint Anger extras, they actually that was one of the extras that they filmed was the making of that song.
Yeah,
and it was pretty much just Lars and Ja Rule.
Yeah,
that made the song. I think maybe Bob Rock also, but I'm not sure. So.
Yeah. It's a travesty, and it's unfortunate that it happened.
It was on the Biker Boys soundtrack.
There you go. That's right.
But since you mentioned
came out of St.
since we're talking about music, there's this country band called Grandpa's Cough Medicine.
I love them already.
They're like a hellbilly type bluegrass band.
Okay.
And they have a song called The Murder Chord. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's like thrash bluegrass is the best way I can describe it.
Well, it's about time.
Yeah, but they also have a song with Hank 3 that I didn't know existed up until like maybe last month or maybe 2 months ago. And that's like the only music Hank 3 has done since 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like that one song.
Okay.
So I rumor years ago or a couple years back, like there was rumors that Hank 3 was going to do another album, but nothing came of it.
Wow.
So yeah, like he, I know like his best hound died. Like, and that really, because he actually made a song about his dog, about his coon hound.
Yeah.
So on Brothers of the 4x4, I think it was on.
Yeah.
But and then his ranch or whatever, like his property got flooded when Nashville, or I think it was Nashville, went through that big flood.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, I think stopped. Ever since then, like there hasn't been really much about him making music again.
Right.
So,
well, then his sister just passed away too, like a month or so ago.
Really?
Oh man.
Yeah, Hank's Hank. I don't know if it's his full sister, or if it's his half sister, but
I think it was his half sister.
Yeah, she was killed in a car accident. So
that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But that's unfortunate. But Grandpa's cough medicine.
Yeah, Grandpa's cough medicine. I love the name too.
Sucking back on Grandpa's old cough medicine.
Yeah, look up the Murder Chord. The video is very low budget, but like the song is pretty goddamn great. So,
all right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So. All right. Anything else, boys?
No.
All right.
I'm tired. I'm getting hot in here. I'm sweating.
Yeah, same here. But all right. Well, I'll send those songs, and we'll talk about them next week.
Yeah.
Oh, you better believe it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And maybe we might have a mic next week. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the F.A.T Podcast. As always, we're your hosts. I'm Bubs.
I'm Debo.
I'm Crispy.
And keep on jiggling, you fat fucks. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay.
Peace.
I forgot to plug my pop vinyl thing, so I'm just going to do that right now.
There's no time. Goodbye.
I'm plugging it. I'm the one that's going to be editing this. So I'm plugging it. It's on Instagram, vulgar_pops.
Nice.
So, all right. So,
also follow at pumpkinbutt19 with 3 T's. That's my wife. She's almost at 1,000 followers. So, yeah, that's right, huh, buddy? Hey, mommy's been doing a good job, huh? Daddy's sorry I woke her up. So when I yelled something. So, yeah.
All right.
I think it's time to go. Sorry, babe.
Right. Hashtag pray for Bubs.
Hashtag pray for Bubs.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys.
All right,
hopefully
bye,
next week.
I'll see you.
See you later.
Bye, Ninja.